From Paraguay shocking the world by eliminating Germany on penalty shootouts, African teams going from 9 teams down to 2 teams. Here is the roundup of what happened in the round of 32 of the World Cup. And here are the few talking points. If you are coming across this channel for the very first time, welcome to Mickey Miss Football Hub. And please do well to like this video, share, and equally hit subscribe to this channel, as we are bringing you every details of the World Cup and equally football at large. So here are the few talking points. Firstly, European giants are still dominating. Yeah, if you look at the round of 32, you will see Spain dispatching Austria in a very fashionable way, showing that they have arrived, showing that they are one of the contenders to winning the World Cup, showing that attacking prowess that they exhibited at the Euros 2024. And that was equally a marvelous sight to see, because at some point I know most of us have seen Spain as being outsiders when talking about the favorites to winning the World Cup, but they proved themselves in the round of 32 against Austria with a wonderful 3-0 win. And again, you see Portugal coming from behind to beat Croatia. Portugal is one of the teams that everyone are looking at to do something, stake a claim at this World Cup. And looking at their group stages performance, they didn't really show that. They didn't really perform to what the expectations of people are. But at the round of 32 against Croatia, who are one of the teams that for you to beat at the World Cup, you will know that yes, you are a strong team, because they don't have flashy names, but yet they are performing. Whenever it comes to the World Cup, Croatia are always performing. You go and check their history in the last 2 World Cups. So they managed to complete a comeback victory over Croatia, making it into the round of 32 to a round of 16 to meet Spain in the round of 16. Then again, you have England, who equally completed a comeback against DR Congo, an African team. The Africans took an early lead against England, and they found a way to come back into the game to try and show that yes, we can actually still win the World Cup. Because I don't usually count England as one of the teams to win the World Cup. I don't do that because they are not convincing when they play. But in this game, they showed me that they can come back from any adversity. They showed me that they are resilient and they can go against any team and try to get a win. So I'm super proud of what they performed, what they did in that game. And it's worth saying again, it's worthy of mentioning again, although when you talk about France a lot, you might start sounding like a broken record, because France are a team to beat at this World Cup. When you talk about this World Cup, you see France as the #1 team. Anybody that manages to win France should be winning the World Cup. That is, if at all you have the luck to winning France at this World Cup. So France dispatched their opponents in a very fashionable, and that is what you expect from France. Look at their attack dominating. Look at the team, the whole team dominating, showing that they want to win the World Cup. They want to at least get to the finals of the World Cup for the 3rd consecutive time. This France team, I'm not seeing them taking off their feet from the accelerator anytime soon. They are dominating. They are playing good football. They are always there, showing that yes, we are here to win and to win alone. So away from that, we come down to African teams who has been so disappointing at this World Cup so far at this stage. Africans were 9 teams in the round of 32, and so far it's only 2 that made it beyond the round of 32. As a matter of fact, teams like Senegal were at some point looking like they had already taken the win over Belgium, the overrated Belgium. They looked so assured to getting into the round of 16, but for some reason they collapsed in the 86th minute of the game. As of 85 minutes, you were winning 2-0, and all of a sudden collapsed, losing the game on extra time, because it didn't even get into the penalty shootout. They lost the game on extra time, which is so terrible. And again, you have Ivory Coast, who for some reason, I was thinking that Ivory Coast were going to show themselves at this World Cup. I was thinking that Ivory Coast were coming into this World Cup to actually do something against Norway. I know that they have every reason to lose this game, but I expected more from them, honestly. But they are now home. A whole lot of them, even Algeria didn't even score a goal. But I'm super proud of DR Congo. Yes, DR Congo might have left the World Cup, but they did something. They performed very okay. Even Cape Verde is the ones that I love their performance so much. Cape Verde took the game to Argentina, the world champions, almost defeated Argentina, almost took Argentina to penalties. If not for FIFA and poor regulations, poor officiating and all, Cape Verde might have won this game. That is one of the teams that we are eliminated from Africa that I'm super proud of. Their performances at the round of 32. So beyond that, only Morocco and Egypt made it into the round of 16. Morocco getting a massive win over Netherlands, and Egypt getting another massive victory, but should I call it a massive victory, over Australia. You took the game to penalties. They didn't really perform to what I expected from them, but then they are into the round of 16. And then after the African teams that got eliminated, we have to talk about Morocco. Morocco are a team to beat at this World Cup. Morocco hasn't come to the World Cup to just complete the numbers. Morocco has come to the World Cup to reprove themselves again and to prove their doubters wrong. Before this World Cup, their coach resigned, and in a few months to the World Cup, their coach resigned and they hired a new coach. I was thinking it was going to affect them, but it's really affecting them in a positive way. Look at the way they are playing against Netherlands. Wow. So after that, you have the South. Another talking point is the South American teams who are still well represented at the World Cup. Paraguay eliminating Germany on penalties. Then you have Argentina, who survived against Cape Verde. You have Brazil, who completed a massive comeback over Japan. And equally, you have Colombia, who dealt with Ghana, although it was just a 1-0 victory. But South America are still well represented at the World Cup so far. Then you have Argentina, who survived against Cape Verde. Honestly, I'm still surprised how Argentina played against Cape Verde, because I was thinking that Argentina we are going to blow Cape Verde away as the world champions and as the team that people are looking at to win the World Cup again. But the way they played against these Cape Verde guys, they didn't play like they have it in them to win the World Cup. Honestly, I didn't see the Argentine team that I saw last night playing against Cape Verde didn't play like people that can win this World Cup. They are playing like people that if they meet a real test, they are going to collapse. Because I can boldly tell you that this was the first real test that Argentina are having at this World Cup. Look at the teams that they played at the group stages. They played Algeria, they played Jordan, they played Austria that has old players, and they are not really a great footballing nation in Europe. Those were the teams that they played. So this was Argentina's first real test, and they almost crumbled. They relied on bad officiating for them to win this game. And if it doesn't sound as a wake-up call for them to actually wake up and know that yes, they are now at the World Cup, they might blow it up in their next round, because in their next game they are meeting Egypt. Although Egypt will not be that team to knock them out, but they might not get to the finals if they keep playing this way. So beyond that, I have the story of Vozinha. Honestly, Vozinha showed himself at this World Cup, and even in the round of 32, he continued showing himself with eight massive saves against Argentina. All the free kicks that Argentina got, Messi put almost all of them on target, and this guy stood up, saved all of them. At a point, he was making double saves. So this guy at the age of 40, with his performance, if I should judge him with his performance at the World Cup, he can comfortably play for a top team in Europe. That is one of the things I observed in this round of 32. Then to wrap it up, I have Germany, who has been a shame to football. Germany has been a disappointment when it comes to football. Since Germany won the World Cup in 2014 in Rio, in Brazil, they have never shown themselves as a top team in the world again, not even in Europe. Look at the way they were defeated by Paraguay. Paraguay took the lead and they managed to come back and get a draw. Then the game went to penalties, and even in penalties, They couldn't even strike penalties well. They were just blowing their penalties away, blowing their penalties here and there. So Germany is still a very, very, very big disappointment. And I hope with the changes in management, with Jurgen Klopp coming in, they can actually come up, because right now they are there on the floor, they are there on the ground. There is no redemption for them so far, except one comes in no time. So these are my observations and my talking points from the World Cup round of 32. And please, if you have watched up until this moment, thank you very much. And equally, leave a comment behind. Let me know your talking points from the round of 32 and the teams that impressed you the most in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we bring you more stories from the World Cup, from football, from transfers, and so on. Thank you very much.